Okay, Aries. How's it going? We're back. Sage Tarot here. I have 3 decks with me, and we're about to dive into your reality and see what's going on with the horoscopes for the week and see what's going on with the energy for the week. So let's get it going, Aries. Let's see what's going on. I did just slightly get distracted because my phone is like on 10%. That's not cool. How are we gonna start this and then my phone's on 10%? So I need to make sure I get the portable going, but I should be good for this video at least. All right, let's get it going. So all my cards are cleaned here. I'm just gonna go ahead and shuffle them. I have some mantras playing in the background. You might hear the chants, you may not. This week I'm gonna just go ahead with the same energy of last week. I'm just gonna pick any deck and I'm gonna shuffle and I'm just gonna go through whichever deck I just seen fits at the moment. I'm not doing any specific thread or layout or anything like that. I'm just shuffling and reading as I go. And we're just flowing here, naturally flowing. So with that being said, let's try to dive deep. Well, we are. Let's dive deep. Let's dive deep. Okay. I'm most likely going to start with the big one since this is the last deck I'm actually shuffling. I already shuffled the other one, so most likely I'm just going to start here. Let's see what's going on, Aries. I don't really remember too much of last week. I like to recap sometimes. And I'm trying to remember last week. And I don't really remember too much of last week for you, Aries, to be honest. But let's just see what's going on this week. Alrighty. We got our shuffled cards here. Now that took a whole minute. And we're getting cards already, look. Almost got smacked in my face with that one. Two cards, cool. Yeah, you know what's interesting is that last week this deck was not really speaking so much. It was sleeping. This deck here was sleeping. So for 2 cards to pop out like that on the first 3 cards, for 3 cards to pop out like that on the first round, it's like, oh, okay, we're speaking here. So I have 10 of Swords reversed, and it's literally directly in the middle. This card represents the ending of situations or relationships. It could even mean death, but because the card is reversed, in all reality, it's almost as if like it says the ending of situation. It's like the releasing of situations, like whether it ended or not, I'm not giving it my time no more. I'm not dealing with it. That's more so what I'm getting from the card. Also it's speaking about and we're talking about reversed here. And yeah, I just feel like it's not the end of something, but like the start of something. And I don't know what that is, but I don't want to even say like a start. I want to say like a restart, like a refresh almost, like a okay, we're going to do this like that. Like that's what I'm more so getting from this card here. I wanted to explain it first because it was the only card that flipped over, and before I read through it, because I read left to right regardless of whatever cards I'm flipping. Yeah, I got distracted because of my cat. But yeah, so pretty much that's why I wanted to read that one first. So now we have here 7 of Swords. Plans, hopes, the highest minor arcana card in the deck. And if I had to say, because it's the highest minor arcana, because you have major arcana, then you have minor arcana. And both are 2 different types of energies within one deck. The major arcana deck literally represents the big aspects of your life, the big life-changing events that could be going on. And the minor arcana deck, it's more so the details that are happening within those events. So to have the highest minor arcana is like, okay, we're going from minor to major. Like we're literally transitioning from minor arcana energy to major arcana energy because this is the highest one. So after this, we just go into major arcana energy. And this is what I mean. this card literally represents what I was just saying about the Ten of Swords reverse. When I was saying it's not like you're about to start something, but it's like you're about to restart or like refresh yourself with something. And that's pretty much what I'm even getting even from this card. Because for this card to be the highest minor arcana, and it to pop up first, it's literally it's like it's saying like, yeah, we're having we're about to start something, and I don't know what that new start is. But yeah, this here is plans, hopes, wish card, highest minor arcana. Yeah, it's like I'm about to start something. And for it to go from 7 of Swords to 10 of Swords, it's like, yeah, I'm about to start something, or you've already started something, and it's like, I'm not really sure what that is. I'm getting like a project, like that's really what, like I'm about to start something, like I'm about to start a new job, or I'm getting an idea to start a new project, or I'm about to start a new creation, or I'm about to start, or I'm just getting like these ideas. Like that's just how I'm feeling, like I'm getting these ideas like to start something new and stuff like that. And it's like I'm gathering all this information so I could like put it together. I'm not jumping into it yet. That's what this card pretty much is saying. This card is pretty much saying like I'm ending something old, something that the ending of a situation or relationship. That's what the card is saying, but it's like I'm not ending, I'm releasing something that's not. As soon as I get to release this energy, I can start this new project that I've been like contemplating on. That's what I'm getting from these two cards. Now this one is here, is the Knight of Wands. And it talks about an important letter. At least that's what the card says. But, you know, I always read what the card says, and then I actually interpret what I feel from, you know, what I'm seeing here. And with the Knight of Wands, like Wands is for fire signs. And if you've watched, then you know, because I say this all the time about the swords, the wands, the pentacles, and the cups. And wands is for fire signs. It also represents creation, creativity, projects, those things. And that's literally what I was just speaking about when I was speaking about the Seven of Swords, is that I feel like you're diving into a new project, a new idea, a new or just a new job, or a new creation, or a new something, just something new. It could even be a spark of a new idea that's just creating other new ideas, and you might not even be doing anything. You might just be writing the ideas down, but for the first time you're writing your ideas down, and that's the new thing that you're doing. The new thing is you writing ideas down. You see what I mean? So that's pretty much what I don't know why I even was diving into explaining that, but what I'm getting here from the wands is that there may be like, I don't know, if you are diving into a new idea, creation, or whatever type of thing, I just want to say, if you're educating and learning about that thing, and you come across new information, then question that information. Like, don't just take it wholly in, like, oh yeah, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, you know, like, just dive into the information that you come across when it's coming to whatever you are starting to learn or dive into. So say, for example, because I know that was like a mouthful. So for example, say you are a person that usually plays basketball, and instead of playing basketball in this time of your life, you know, it's getting cold outside and everything. You rather play basketball outside. You don't want to play inside. You know, you don't mind playing inside. It's just like, it kind of takes away from the game. It's not your forte, you know. So you dive into hockey. This is really just an example. You dive into hockey, right? But you don't know the first thing about hockey. And you actually enjoy, you know, playing sports in that type of weather. So you educate yourself on how to play hockey, but then you come across some type of information that's saying, oh, people who play hockey, they experience long-term, whatever, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z, right? And then that kind of could discourage you because you're not familiar with how to play hockey, and then you come across that information, and because of the source that it came from, it's almost like, oh, it's a reliable source, and you just may go with the energy, or it may discourage you to even continue to want to play hockey. So that's what I mean. That's what this card is kind of representing and giving me. This card is pretty much telling me like, oh, you know, if you come across information that may discourage you, then just make sure that you question that information. Make sure you dive into it. Make sure you attack it. Make sure you thoroughly understand that information before accepting it and agreeing to it, whether it's high frequency or low frequency, whether it's good or bad. Just make sure you thoroughly understand it before accepting it. And like I said, I'm only saying that because it's possible that you could come across some type of information, and that information, like I said, could discourage you. Not saying that you're not going to do it. I'm just saying that you may have a little bump, or a little blowback, like if the wind blew you too hard, like, oh, you know, and then, okay, let me keep going, you know. And that's the energy I'm getting from this card. That's about it. I do want to dive into another deck here, because that was a mouthful, and that was pretty deep for, like, you know, just those 3 cards. So that was really interesting. But you know, like that deck of cards there, I always say, like, that's my deep deck. Like, card comes out of that deck, is like, oh, get ready. Ooh. Alrighty, so let's just see what we got going on here. Alright, so look, I have another Knight here. So we went from Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords. I love how this card specifically landed between these 2 cards, because these 2 cards are swords, and this card is a sword. I'm gonna keep going, but now I'm getting something more, Aries, and I just saw 1155 when I said that. So we definitely are opening eyesight in a new direction. That's what's about to happen. And you see how that card fell when I said that? And I say, yeah, we're opening new eyesight in a new direction, but you may not be able to understand how clear, you may not be able to perceive clearly in what direction to go in. And I'm telling you, I'm going to show you why. Like, just remember, it all happened at 11:55. Let me see if I get another card here. Okay. 11:55. Now, if you're into numerology, if you're into those type of things, and that's another swords card, that's 2 of swords. If you're into numerology, every number has a meaning. 11, so 11 to me means open doors. Like, if you look at 11, 11 looks like 2 doors. It looks like 2 doors that pretty much just said and opened, you know. And 5 means change. So we had an amplified 55. So we have a confirmation, like there is change about to happen. And 11 means open doors, meaning opportunities, meaning new directions and stuff like that, right? So then we have the Knight of Swords pop out right when 11:55 happened. So that's why I said, okay, so we are about to dive into a new direction, a new opportunity. And I meant, when I said that, I meant that by the reading. Now, I feel like it applied in many different ways. Like, if you understood it in a different way, then it probably applied that way. But I definitely meant it through the reading. And I only meant that because when the Knight of Swords landed on these 2 sword cards, the first thing I did think of was like, wow, Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and I connected the knights. But then the second thing I thought of was to connect the swords because of the way the card landed. And when this specific card landed here, now I started to think about a specific person in your reality, because we're just getting too much air. We're getting too much swords, Aries, and air is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, as I kept going, as I kept like pulling the cards, and I already had 11:55 in my head, and I was already saying what I was saying, and then the two of swords fell on hit the floor, and that's when I said, yeah, you're about to go in a direction, but you're not going to know or be clear of what direction to go in. Now, it's interesting that I said that only because of this card. Like, she can't see. Like, if you look here, she has a blindfold over her eyes, but she has like the two swords over her shoulders, and it's literally showing, it's showing like, you could say balance, but an unknowing balance. It's showing, you could say, options. It's showing literally, yeah. It's showing opportunity, you know, but you can't see it. Like, you can't see it because of the blindfold. So yeah, that's what I'm getting. But like I said, the Knight of Swords gave me a person energy. The Two of Swords is giving me like you have to pick or choose an option or something like that. I was about to end it. I'm gonna just go through this deck real quick because I feel like there's just like something else that I'm supposed to be telling you, Aries. If I get nothing, I get nothing. If I get something, I get something. Now, so let's just see. Alrighty. Yeah, we're getting a lot. Wow, I got literally 4 cards. Like, there's, like, I don't know if you needed this, Aries, but yeah, it's speaking a lot. Last week, it was not like this for you. I think you got, like, 4 cards last week. Crazy. First, I got the Hermit. 6 of Cups. Page of Swords. 2 of Pentacles reversed. Page of Swords. All right, so first the Hermit is a major arcana card. Hold on, I just want to... Yeah, okay. So the Hermit card is a major arcana card, and it's signifying a big change in your life. And that change, like I said, is regarding the sword situation and everything I was explaining. It's regarding your home situation, and how like some options and some choices are going to have to be made in your home situation. Page of Swords. So now we're still getting swords. Like, we're still getting swords, Aries. We're still getting swords. Like, what is going on with the swords? Like, this is intense. The Page of Swords alone is talking about a message. Like, it's signifying a message. Like, we're really like, you're really like, if it's not about a specific air sign, Aries, if you're not dealing with a specific air sign, then you are in your head. You're deep in your head. Yes, you are. But you're figuring things out, which is pretty cool. But there's something here with the Two of Pentacles. I don't know. Balance your money out. Figure out, balance your money out. Balance your money out. Because I kid you not, like, before I even started this, the horoscope reading for Aries, like, there's a, oh, snap. That card was supposed to be in the deck. Oh, snap. It's on the floor. It's literally the Two of Pentacles, and it fell on the floor. And I started the reading without even putting the... And yet here it is. Whatever. I even get mind blown sometimes when things happen. I'm like, wait, what? Like, how did I not even... But yet, how did it pop up even still? Anyway, Aries, for this week, I would say, you know, just pay attention on these life decisions that you're making that can change your life. And just make sure that these are decisions that you want to make, you want to take, and just make sure that, you know, they're elevating decisions. They are pertaining to your life path, and they're elevating in your life path. It's not something that's going to cause you stress and all types of things. And I mean, yes, there's things that on our life path that even still causes us stress, but there's good stress, and then there's stress that's unnecessary. So that's what I mean by that. Aries, just, you know, definitely, you know, be mindful of the directions that you're going to go in, the places it could take you there. Be mindful of what you're doing with your money. Be mindful of the people that are around you and watching you elevate and may be envious of you. And also be mindful of, just be mindful of these messages and these letters that may be coming in pertaining to you changing your life. And yeah, and whatever the situation is with the person in your life, definitely, you guys are having like I guess, this hermit mode back and forth, like where you guys may not be saying anything to each other. I don't know who the person is. It could be a parent, it could be a family member, it could be a significant other, it could even be a child, but some type of communication, I guess, has to work, has to happen there, or some type of communication has to come together there if it hasn't already, because I'm kind of getting the idea that it may have already, and this is probably why this card popped up, showing like the togetherness of like two people, and like, you know, like the abundance of, you know, giving and stuff like that. So, you know, I think this was pretty, like, wow, this was really deep, thorough. Like, I wasn't expecting to even be sitting here for this long with you, Aries. So I give thanks. I hope this worked out for you. I hope this is beneficial for you. I hope works out for the week, Aries. Definitely, the link is in the bio. Definitely hit me up if you have any questions, if you want to ask me anything. Like, I'm all for that. I love how the watch just beeped as soon as I said that. Like, that's how real it is. 222 on the screen and everything. That's how real it is. Oh man, I love spirit. So I give so much thanks. Thank you for being here with me. We will be back next week, Aries. So stay on the lookout for another video. Come Sunday night, Monday morning. And yeah, I sending much love and light. Follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok, where I give daily messages, or you could just book a personal reading with me. It's your choice, but I will be here next week with another horoscope for you, Aries. So with that being said, I'm sending much love and light, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.